Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sorry for the slight delay. If you take trains, you're fairly, comfortable with this anyway as a daily occurrence. I am joined by the M.I.C, and we are here to celebrate Pokemon Day, talking about Pokemon Presents, talking about our favorite memories and what the franchise could do to revitalize the Pokemon scene. Stay tuned for the next hour on the
Streamcast.
What's going
Good
on?
Lord. That's gassed me up. I'm not gonna lie, that's gassed me. Like amazing. Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here. I've got as you saw before. I'm gonna show the viewers at home. I've got the Pokemon bait on. I've got the fossil Squirtle watch. Come on,
You've
whole
been waiting for this
evolution like that.
moment.
I've been waiting. I got all these gums years ago because I knew I'd be having a conversation like this. So I was like, let me make sure I'm completely Pokemon off. I've even got my Switch case next to me as well with the Pikachu in
Jeez.
it. My mum actually got me this.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, it's really cute that she got me that. She knows that I love it. But yeah. What was the first thing you wanted to talk about?
Well, firstly, I actually wanted to let's shout out Hassan, of course, who is recovering this week. So something is going around, obviously.
Yeah,
But my
definitely.
my, my guy is tangerining up over here. He's gonna recover, make a big comeback in the spring.
Trust me.
Um, Wanted to obviously talk about the Streamcast a little bit. We have been bringing people together through the power of gaming since 2018, and that is a high likelihood of how we actually got to know each other through the
100%.
streams, the pods maybe, but I know we definitely chatted a lot at the
Yeah,
Pokemon Day Out tournament. I think it was
crazy.
like
That
2021.
I got cooked at that tournament. I got cooked. Shout out, is it Pastor Salt? He took me to the cleaners that day.
He sent
And
Bear Man
and
to the
his
Shadow
partner as
Realm.
well. His partner as well was cooking me with that amazing team that they constructed together. So yeah, big them up. Big up everyone that came through as well. That was fun. I love anything Pokemon related. So yeah.
So I've just distracted Thick with two vitamin C's as cooked me there.
Trust me. Trust me.
But yeah, no, it was amazing time just being able to like hang out with so many people who we've known either through Twitter, Instagram, or some other online platform, perhaps Discord, and then actually get to chill in person. And then the vibes are just as cool as they were online. It's there can sometimes be some awkwardness, some trepidation, some apprehension, some anxiety when it comes to like bringing people together.
Yeah.
But once you have that shared interest and everyone's quite cool, the vibes
100.
are blessed.
100%.
But enough about the Streamcast. Let's get into M.I.C. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the main thing,
All
Pokemon.
right. All right. So my name's M.I.C. I am a grime artist from North London. Um, I have been recording music and releasing it properly maybe since like 2016, 2017. I What else would I say about myself? I've just released an EP, like maybe about oh, goodness. I released an EP about 2 months ago now. It's called Dr. Yaka's Laboratory, hence my Twitter. I've got the physical CDs there. It's on all streaming platforms. It's basically it's grime music, but it's like cutting edge. It's done because sometimes I think grime artists are a bit they're not fantastic when it comes to the recording. They may be good on sets or whatever, but for me, I'm a recording artist first and foremost. So I'm trying to always bring interesting, well constructed grime music to the grime pantheon. Watch this year. I've got more releases coming out in the next few months. Big up Hassan as well for that comment. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, that is what I do. I'm a grime artist, and I'm also a nerd. I enjoy music and so much, but more than music, I enjoy consumption of media, of games, films, TV, anime, manga, comics, like graphic novels. I'm trying to get back into literature, like traditional literature, at the moment. So if anyone has any good book, book recommendations, let me know. But I consume a lot of media. And yeah, Pokemon is my favorite overall franchise. The only franchise that I would say comes close is One Piece and maybe Sonic as well.
Did you say Sonic?
Yeah, I love Sonic.
Oh shit!
Pokemon is, for me, Pokemon is number one, unquestioned.
Ichiban. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
But I have to give you that call back for the Sonic Day pod still.
I'm there. You know who you lot should chat to, who's an even bigger Sonic fan than me?
Who's that?
Is this artist called Abio Genesis.
Okay.
A graphic designer and a musician. He's from South London. Me and him a couple of years ago, we went to the Sonic Orchestra at Barbican.
Oh, sick.
It was a mad thing. I knew some of the songs. He knew every single song.
Yeah, might have to chat to him still.
So,
all right, we'll talk after this. Quick book recommendation from Hassan there, because I know we'll forget.
Did these comments save?
Yeah, they saved. So we've got a live chat replay, so you might be able to catch it on the replay.
Thank you. Oh, definitely try to take that in. Thank you.
But let's get into your history as a Pokemon super fan. What is your first ever Pokemon memory? It doesn't have to be the game, doesn't have to be the anime per se. The first thing that you associate when it comes to Pokemon.
I remember when I was in primary school. I must have been in year 3, and I remember because I can remember the class and everything. I was in year 3, so I would have been maybe 6 or 7. One of my younger sisters wasn't even born yet. I was so young, I remember at the time. And then what happened was people were talking about this thing, and I was like, what is this thing they're talking about? And then there was one girl in my class, this Turkish girl called Sebsen. She was like, oh, Pikachu's so cute. And I was like, what is Pikachu? She's like, you don't know what Pikachu is? It's Pokemon. Like, and she showed me, they all showed me. And I was like, wow, this is just crazy. And then maybe a few weeks, months, I'm not entirely sure. After that, my mum and my auntie, I remember at home, they gave me a gift. And I was like, and bear in mind, I didn't even know what Pokemon was enough to know it was a computer game and to ask for this game. They gave me a gift, and it was a Game Boy Color with and it was green, and it was I had Pokemon Red in there.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah, and I don't even remember. I swear I didn't ask, because I actually spoke to my mom about this. It's like, she was like, "How did you?" I said to her, "How did you know that I wanted to play Pokemon?" She's like, "Oh, I just had a feeling." She's like, "I think you spoke about it, and I took note of it." And then my auntie's quite young as well. So she's only about maybe 11 years older than me.
Oh, yeah.
So when I would have been 6, 7, she would have been 17, 18.
Yeah, so she would have known.
Yeah, she knew what it was.
Yeah.
And then she came. She must have recommended to my mum, get this. But my auntie was quite into games as well. Like, she had a Game Boy. She had like Conker's, one of Conker's games on Game Boy Advance. She had like Kirby's Dream Land. So she knew what Game Boys were. I think her boyfriend at the time was really into games too.
Nice.
So, yeah. That's my first memory I can remember of Pokemon.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really get better than that, to be honest.
Yeah, I just love it so much. Like, it's been with me this whole time. I would never disavow Pokemon. I remember, like, even when I was growing up, when, like, you know, when kids kind of like, they get into crazes, they get into fads, and then they lose interest. They try to clown me for still liking Pokemon. I was like, I'm not having it. I don't care. You can clown me as much as I want. I remember being in year 5, year 6, when they were losing interest, getting into other stuff. I like some of the other stuff, but nothing competes with Pokemon. To this day, I played every Pokemon game, every generation. When it comes out, it's the greatest media franchise of all time. No one's gonna tell me, no one's gonna look at me in my face and try and shame me for liking Pokemon. No one's gonna get in the way of me enjoying the Pokemon games. You know, I just love it. It's amazing. I love the beauty. Can't clown the Pokemon thing. Big up Shogun Ash. because
I
I
was
know
just
you
gonna
know.
say this.
You know.
Hey, as soon I knew as soon as you went into your rant, yeah,
Yeah.
this man was feeling it. If someone was talking about Pokemon in the universe,
Yeah.
I need to back the ting, bruv.
You can't because people try to clown it so much. They try to make it seem it's old. Obviously, these are kids, and I was a kid as well. So you can't really chastise them too much for it. But the thing is, that mentality comes from adults, and people still have that mentality now. Where when people see that something is culturally past its sell-by date, they try and make you abandon it. But it's like if you love something, you love something. And I love Pokemon. To down
To
more
this
than anything.
day,
To this day, no one's gonna ever try and make me feel like Pokemon is not for adults or not for. I don't give a damn. I don't give a rat's ass. Pokemon is the greatest franchise ever.
yeah, absolutely. Big up Shogun Ash for coming through. By the way, one of the goats when it comes to Pokemon. This guy knows the franchise to a molecular level. It's mad. It's mad. Very impressive. We've actually had Shogun Ash and Pastor Soul on the Streamcast
Together,
before together to talk about Pokemon
mad.
about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was very interesting seeing how their minds work because I'm a relative casual. I can admit that I love Pokemon, but
Yeah,
these man, they're like Premier League players. So
yeah.
hearing how they talk about stuff and just like it doesn't matter if I have a grass party, I'll finish a Charizard in minutes. Hearing that was crazy. So
Right.
big up Ash for coming through. I hope we can do you justice. I know M.I.C is going to. I wanted to touch on what you mentioned a little bit. I can relate to a lot of that. Year 3, I feel, was the change, the shift for me, because that's when I feel like us kids started to like develop our personalities and be like, okay, I know what we like. But then they were also like they were privy to kind of like herd mentality. So whatever the cool kid liked, everyone liked. And if you didn't like that, well, you weren't cool. So I think that's when Dragon Ball Z started to take the classrooms by storm, and Pokemon as well. And like I was kind of like, I don't know what this Pokemon thing is. It's just a cartoon, isn't it? But getting into that and then getting into Dragon Ball got me back into Pokemon. And then getting a Fire Red was really my gateway
Is it
into
Fire Red for you?
Fire Red was my first game.
Fire Red. You know, I put 500 hours into that game, man. At the time, I put so much time into that game. I think the in-game clock stopped working.
500.
Yeah, maybe it must be more. I still got the same cartridge. It's somewhere in my room. But
you know, I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah,
I
love that
it.
game so much.
I love Fire Red. I'm going to play it again. I don't know how. Just mark my words.
Yeah.
And the second thing I wanted to touch on was then people try to like cuss out the things that you love. I think it's part of a if someone doesn't get why you like something, the first thing that comes into their mind is to just shit on it. So like people not getting Pokemon is fine, but then they have to go, oh, it's kiddie, oh, it's nerdy, oh, it's
childish.
Hey, let's not let the internet today confuse us. I know that everyone was getting bullied for liking anime, for liking Dragon Ball, for liking wrestling, for liking football, for liking all of this stuff. You're getting cussed out. So I'm not having these people trying to pretend that I like Pokemon back in the no, you weren't. You were cussing man for this.
You know what? No, you're spitting right now because for me, it's a thing where like on a big man thing, like I think people should be allowed to enjoy what they want to like always when it as long as it's not hurting anyone. But
Thanks.
I know people were trying to flip in. Now nostalgia's got everyone's brains who are like our age, where they're in their like mid to late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, whatever. Now they want to start pretending like they was with it the whole time. You weren't riding with it the whole time, blood.
Exactly.
You weren't. It's fine. Just say you weren't. Like I'm not gonna act like I'm not a Dragon Ball Z super fan. I'm not gonna act like I was there watching the Cell Saga while it's happening. My mum saw Piccolo rip off his arm, and then she was like, "You're not watching this anymore." So I can only watch the original Dragon Ball when it was Baby Goku. But I'm not gonna act. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the ultimate DBZ super fan. I'm not. But a lot of people, I think, because nostalgia, they are like trying to hold on to their youth. Do you know what I'm saying? Now they want to say, "Oh, I love Pokemon." Down. It's fine. You don't, but I do. So I'm here to talk about it.
That's right. Yes. From the era of Pokemon Red and Fire Red, let's
Yeah.
talk about your favorite games.
My
What are
favorite.
your favorite Pokemon games?
So I've been thinking about this since you messaged me yesterday about it. I've been thinking there's like a short list, and then maybe I can bring up the short list, and then I can try and decide now on camera which ones are my favorites. So the short list
Yeah,
for
let's go
me,
for it.
looking at it properly, it's got to be Heart Gold, Soul Silver,
Ooh.
Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and I'm not gonna act like I play Platinum because I actually have never played Platinum, which is kind of crazy to say out loud.
Okay.
But Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl specifically, I love so much. You know, there's
Yeah.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver is crazy to me. That game was so deep. It's such a because I loved Gold. Gold was something else. When I played that for the first time, I remember someone gave me when I was growing up one of the attachments that you could put onto the Game Boy. So
Oh,
the light. I'll play
yeah.
it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I used to play it in bed, and then I remember just like the day and night system as well. Really annoyed that Pokemon have taken that out, but we'll come back to that. But
Yes, we
yeah,
will.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond and Pearl, and Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Low key, I think Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire might be the favorite one because sometimes I think about that game, and I wasn't even a Hoenn stan like that. I like Hoenn, but I didn't love Hoenn. I always preferred Sinnoh. Um, um, Sinnoh was nuts to me, but something about Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire was just perfect. It was such an amazing upscale of the original game.
I think that's very interesting that you picked essentially remakes of the classic games. I get what you mean because when I personally, my top three are Fire Red, Emerald, Diamond. Emerald is
I,
probably number one. Fire Red's two, Diamond's three, I think, for me.
I've got a question for you actually,
Okay.
and I'm gonna because I want to give my answer to this. Cause I feel like no, we know what our favorite ones are, and I don't even want to get into the least favorite because that's a whole different dialogue. But what would you say is like the most underrated Pokemon game? Main
Oh,
series.
uh that's a really good question. You know, does Sun and Moon count? Because I'd argue that. Now I will caveat that after Diamond, I fell off Pokemon. I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. I didn't feel like they were doing enough for me,
Yeah,
but I get that I enjoy games differently than a lot of people.
yeah,
So I came back around Sun and Moon, but I didn't have the 3DS, I believe. So I watched a friend play it at uni, and it
yeah,
proper took me back to like secondary school vibes when one friend would bring in a Game Boy or something, and they'd be playing Final Fantasy,
yeah,
and you'd be crowding around them, and all the
yeah,
time I'd be thinking, if this guy gets his console taken, that's kind of long. I'm not gonna back the thing still,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you know, it was a fun thing to like or hush around, you know, someone's console and be like, oh, this is cool, this is sick.
yeah.
And Sun and Moon brought that back for me because I feel like they did a lot of things to change up the formula. And
I
that's when I started to be like, you know what? I think I can get back into Pokemon now.
I love Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon aren't my exact choice. I think they're overhated by like some of the Pokemon purists, but I agree with you. Honestly, Sun and Moon is such a good series, man. Such a good entry to the series. For me, I would actually say it's X and Y.
Oh, okay.
X
I'd love
and
to hear
Y
why.
because X and Y had some of the best atmosphere of like any Pokemon game, where it's like the music in that game, the environment was so beautiful. I love so many of the Pokemon designs from Gen 6 as it is. Like, I love the inclusion of the fairy type. I actually think it was really needed as well for balancing. Even
Yeah.
aside from balancing, just to kind of enrich the diversity of the world of Pokemon, it was so perfect. You know, I love the whole thing of them making. I'm not even like a francophile, but I like that they use France as the basis for it. Yeah, I love X and Y. X and Y. Also, X and Y has such good starters.
Okay.
I love
You know,
Chestnut. I love Delphox. I love Greninja. I love them all. I love their
ooh,
type combos. I love their designs. I think Delphox. People need to get a grip. My unpopular Pokemon opinion today for people is that the whole like furry dialogue, bro. The furry dialogue. I didn't give a damn. I don't care if the Pokemon is bipedal or if it's humanoid or whatever. A good design is a good design. So if
X.
I think Delphox is a good design. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
And yeah.
I, I get X and Y and black and white confused all the time, and
Yeah,
that's partly because I didn't play them, so the memory is not there.
yeah.
But Greninja is one of the coldest designs of all time, and particularly
There's
when you hear a lot of conversation about, oh, it was better when it was only 150 Pokemon,
no,
blah 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 blah.
no.
I agree. Some of the designs are bad.
I
Like the Pokemon that's just a bunch of keys is shocking. But
no, but low key, I was having a conversation with my friend Kibo about this a few weeks ago. Yeah, I kind of feel like the worst design generation, or the worst generation design speaking is Unova Gen 5. I
okay.
think, and I actually recently replayed Black and White. I think they got some of the weakest designs of any generation. Whereas I think like I don't really understand. So many of them were tropes or were animals or ideas that were done in previous generations. I never found them that interesting, and I played it again, and I think Black and White are great games. And I'm actually kind of playing White 2 at the moment, but I don't know, man. I feel like they're overhated. Sorry, they're overrated in terms of.
Overrated.
I think that there's lots of good things about Black and White and Unova, but I don't really. I'm not feeling the Pokemon designs. And also, I'm not gonna lie. I've not said it. I know you say it now. I actually like Klefki. I think Klefki's
fair
got a
enough.
great. Klefki has a great typing combo as well. Steel and Fairy is the best typing combination in the game from a competitive standpoint. But
But,
even just in terms of
yeah.
just cool factor, I think Klefki works. And even what things saying now, Klefki is based on the Japanese fairy tale of spirits
Dude.
that take over inanimate objects. I think it's a cool design, personally.
I can't even chat. Ash, I'm sure he knows.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question Ash. If Ash says something
It's a
about
yokai.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, okay,
I think
cool. You
I've
know,
had this
fair enough,
before as
fair enough.
well.
I still don't like its design, but you know what? I could take that. I can see now why it's not what it gives off. You know, there's more to it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Hassan. All right, fair enough. What is your favorite region, by the way? Because when you were talking about that got me thinking like, oh, there've been some really sick designs. So
My
what is your
favorite
favorite?
region.
Yeah.
You mean in terms of the region's geography or the Pokemon designs?
Oh, in terms of region,
The region's
geography.
Sinnoh, Clear.
You know,
I love
yeah,
Sinnoh so
I'm
much,
the same.
and by extension, Hisui as well. I love Sinnoh,
Okay.
man. I love Hisui. I love the snow. I love winter.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and I love winter as a motif in games. It's
Mm.
the coolest thing. Like even at the moment, I'm making a project where I'm actually talking about winter, and
Hey.
I've had to listen to so much winter music. So you know the Nintendo Music app.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been deep in this app every day because they have a winter. I think they got a playlist for like every season, but they got a winter
Oh,
playlist.
dope.
So it's like all the music from different games. So it's got like Wave Race, winter music, Animal Crossing, Kirby, Pokemon. So
Wow.
I've been listening to a lot of winter music. Winter is like the most like clear, like identifiable season in terms of music. And
Yeah.
I think Sinnoh, I'll never forget when I first got to Route 216 in Sinnoh and I saw snow. My mind was blown. My mind was blown. I was like, snow in a Pokemon game because low key, Mount what's the mountain in Mount Pyre in Hoenn kind of faked me out a little bit. Where like
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's snow, and it's like it's not snow, it's ash.
Yeah, it's meant to be Ash.
Yeah. But I realized it was like at first for a second I thought it was snow,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
I realized what it was. But then with Sinnoh, it was like It's actually
Yeah,
snow.
actual snow. Yeah.
It's actually I'm seeing snow in a Pokemon game, and it's affecting the physics of me walking on a route where
Mate.
like you're walking slow on the route. It's amazing, and the
You got the
music.
little tracks. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
god! And getting to Snow Point City after going through the blizzard. Oh my god!
Damn. Well, you know
Honestly,
what? I was so glad that they remade Diamond and Pearl, and
yeah.
I know the general consensus is that they're not great, but I loved Brilliant Diamond, and I think it is mainly because it just took everything that was good about Gen 4 and just maximized it. So
Mm.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't actually play that game, but that was just because I bought I had played Diamond the same just before they announced it. So I replayed
Okay.
it. So I was kind of like, I don't want to spend money on the game when I've just played it and it doesn't look that different. So I was like, let me just leave it. Um,
Fair.
but yeah, what was I gonna say? It's so funny because with with a Pokemon grind project, that would be kind of cool. But I'm definitely doing a winter grind project where I'm mentioned in Sinnoh as well on there.
Okay.
And
Just for the audio listeners,
yeah.
Hassan has said a J. Cole inspired Pokemon Grime project called Born Sinnoh. 10 out of 10.
That's a good reference. And the cable car was cold in Mount Pyre.
Yeah,
It was crazy. It was sick. Like just the. That's what I love about some of the old Pokemon games where it's like they'll really make you feel like you're going somewhere. Like it really makes you feel like it really what's the word? It gave birth to like a love of like travel. I think for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like one thing that the Pokemon games have always done for me,
Yeah,
even the OG ones, they
yeah.
have immersified me in the universe. And I don't know if that's the power of the anime or just the game being so clever in terms of how it hooks young
Yeah,
players
yeah.
that I feel like I'm fully in the world, and it really hurts when my Charmander faints against Brock's Geodude. And it's just it's really cool how I get locked in the world, and there are several aspects, including the music of Pokemon, which I find you could argue top 2 and not 2 in terms of video game music. Let's get into the music because you're a
Facts.
music man.
Yeah,
And I've got some answers, and a lot of them are going to be the OG ones. What are
yeah.
some of your favorite Pokemon soundtracks ever?
Are we talking about specific areas in games?
You can interpret this answer however you want, and it's
Uh,
not just games. It could be anime, it could be the movies, it could be
I'm gonna lock it
whatever.
into the games because I thought, and it doesn't have to be main series, but I thought that there's some amazing music in the games, like amazing music. One that's really been on my mind recently is because of that playlist I mentioned in the Nintendo Music app is Montenegro.
Okay.
Montenegro. I'll tell you why Montenegro is so genius. It's like genius from a compositional standpoint. So I'm listening to this playlist now, or even just looking at it now. You got stuff from like Wave Race, Super Mario Odyssey, Animal Crossing, Kirby Star Allies, Ocarina of Time, all these games, yeah. And the winter music is always good for the games, but it's very it can get a little bit samey sometimes,
Right.
where you listen to it and you're like, what if just asking you, what do you think will be the giveaway in so many of these songs as to it being winter music?
High pitched sounds, almost like a triangle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's one thing that's a bit more obvious. Think of Christmas. When you think of Christmas and think about music, what's the sound that you're thinking in your head?
Okay, so like ringing bells,
Sleigh bells.
sleigh bells.
Like
Yeah.
the percussive bell.
Yeah.
It's a thing where so many of these songs will have the bells in the sleigh bells in it. Montenegro does not have sleigh bells, yet it evokes the spirit of winter incredibly. where you're listening to it and you're like, this is obviously winter, but it doesn't use any of the tropes. I think it has like guitar in there as well. Quite unusual. It's not using like a massive amount of delay and reverb, but it just feels so wintry. It's such a unique winter song. Montenegro, amazing music. And Whitner Towns in Pokemon always had the best music. So even got to go off that, Route 216, and by extension, Snowpoint City. Clearing. I even need to explain why. Because I remember, I got to silence myself. Okay, another amazing track from Pokemon X and Y. Is it Anastar City?
I'm gonna have to check with Ash. I didn't play that one.
Anastar City. That music is. Let me just refresh my memory. It's the music. Hold on. Let me just refresh my own memory. I'm pretty sure it's Anastar City because that is. Hold on. Yeah, this music is crazy.
Yeah, I need to add this to.
Sorry, let me not get the thing.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Game Freak, he didn't hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And also, another thing as well, the National Park from Gold and Silver.
Okay.
That's some amazing music. Super good.
I'm gonna add this to my Spotify playlist. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, do you have the app?
No, I don't have the Nintendo app. But
The app wait, do you have a Switch Online account?
Yeah.
It's free if you have one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I just download. You download it. You enter your details, and it's just there.
Calm. You know what? What era I love, and Hassan kind of mentioned it earlier in the chat. Lavender Town, but specifically Pokemon Tower. I love those two songs.
Yeah,
and I was very much older when I discovered Pokemon Tower 1997. That is a banger. that made its way into my gym playlist. I'm not, like,
very yes.
I can't even describe the feeling. If I need to do a big set, Pokemon Tower 97. That's the one. I'm waiting for the hard. Dun. Hey.
There's a. Oh my God! How could I forget? Dragon Spiral Tower from Black and White.
I'm gonna have to get all of these songs from you, especially from the gens that I missed out on. But tell me more about this one.
Dragon Spiral Tower from Gen 5. That is, oh my God, oh my Lord. For me, that's like church music. That's like gospel. It's so good. It's such a haunting melody. It evokes like wonder. Exactly. It's well made. It's so well composed. You know what? I could actually talk about this all day. I'm trying to think. If I had to close it off with like two more. Lavender Town, but specifically Lavender Town from Gold and Silver. When you go back.
Okay.
So obviously you start in Johto. You start in Johto, and then you go to Kanto, and it has it's like a, what's the word? Not like, I don't know if leitmotif is the right word, but it took the original theme and reworks it. It's just it's really nice. It's really nice when they did that. And then the last one I'll mention. Did you play Legends Arceus?
Oh, I didn't know.
In Legends Arceus, Legends Arceus kind of has the best soundtrack.
I swear.
It's kind of crazy because the music is so it's so Pokemon, but it's so percussively, it's so interesting. Like melodically, all Pokemon music is good, but sometimes I feel like the percussion is like it's cool, but the percussion in Legends Arceus is crazy. It's like you're listening to it and you're like, wow. Like Iceland, sorry. I can't remember what the first area is in that game. The first area is, oh my God. Some of that music in that game, ridiculous. Really good. And the way that they reinvented some of the Sinnoh music for that, Also, Jubilife is really good. Really
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna say. Yeah, by the way, any
Really
of the
good.
questions I asked MIC, I'm also asking to you in chat. So yeah,
Yeah,
get
please
involved.
comment. Please comment because
Yeah, be part
I'm
of the
kind of
conversation.
I'm kind of curious to hear what other people have to say because you know sometimes like I'm like a bit not super alone. Also, do you have a link for this that I can send to my friend?
Oh yes, yeah, sure. Let me send it in the comments.
Nice.
But yeah, yeah, you feel free to keep talking about some music while I
Oh yeah,
put
yeah.
it in the chat.
And oh no, she's already in. She's in. Okay,
Oh,
nice.
dope.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, okay, lovely. Okay, hi Jade.
Hey, what's
Um
good?
another Pokemon music piece of music I love is oh my it's from Sun and Moon. It's like it's wait. Oh my god, I just remembered. In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the diving music. The diving
Ah,
music is
play that
so
one.
good. It's like you're listening and you're just like, this is music. This is music. This is why I was given ears. That is like some of the craziest music. Honestly, I could even send any of these things. I'll just send it to you because I feel like
Please
I could
do.
just talk about Pokemon music. Also, Coney City music from from Sun and Moon is so good. The night music specifically, because it had the daytime one is cool, but the night theme clear.
Oh man,
Literally,
I
all it is.
yeah. I have. This is kind of shocking. I've
Go
never
on.
played a Gen 2 game, and I really want to break that duck. So I'm gonna find a way to do it. Are they on the GBA or is it only on the classic
Do you
Game
have
Boy?
a 3DS?
I don't. I'm gonna have to find. I'm gonna
Um,
have to buy one.
because I feel like it was on before the 3DS store shut down. I bought Crystal, but I haven't played it yet, so
Oh,
it's just sat on
yeah,
my 3DS. Trying to
I'll
think
figure
though.
that out. I'm gonna make that work.
Yeah, but definitely. Did you play Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
No, because again, that was part of my, I guess, excursion from Pokemon.
I think
Yeah, I
you should
wasn't.
even. I think you should even. Yeah, when I say MU, I held on to all my games, so I didn't need to lace them, but I would recommend MUs. And then
Hey, that's
yeah,
kind of crazy. If you
yeah,
see this, Nintendo, we're
games. If you're seeing
joking.
this, just
We're
avert your gaze.
joking.
Avert
We
your
don't
gaze.
mean it.
I'm not talking to
Um,
you. These are people conversations. Do you know what I'm saying?
it's part of the stand up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
trust
it's
me.
all good. um, that's crazy. That for the purpose of the pod, better emulate than never. All right, well, don't worry about it.
That's a
Okay.
good one. That's a good one.
Oh mate, they'll never give us a game again. Anyway, did you catch the Pokemon Presents showcase on Pokemon
Yes,
Day?
yes,
MIC,
I
tell
did.
me all about it.
Okay, so I'll be honest. In terms of Pokemon Presents, it wasn't. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't up there for me in terms of the best ones. I really enjoyed. Um, I think the one the year before, and I
Yeah.
think even the year before that. This one was kind of it was
Look, you can be
fine.
honest. You call
Yeah,
it
it
mid,
was
call
okay.
it
It was
dead.
okay. I don't really
Yeah.
care about a lot of the stuff when they're talking the shit about the cafe and cafe remix and I don't.
Mm.
Crazy thing. I'm not into the Pokemon card game at all.
No, me neither.
I don't
Like I
really care
collected
about it.
them as a kid, but I didn't actually understand how to play, so I
I've
just
got
collected them.
even mad thing. A few weeks ago, I went to sell a CD to a fan or supporter, and he gave me because of in one of the songs I referenced myself as being Venusaur. The guy gave me this Venusaur.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So, but I'm not. I'm just holding on to it. But
That's wild.
I'm not really into the card game. I'm not into I'm not at all even touched the phone game. The Pokemon Champions news was quite interesting. I think that's cool. I think that's necessary, to be honest. I'm excited for the Legends ZA. I wish they just put a release date on it because late 2025 is so vague. I hate vague announcements like that. Just tell me. Is that October? Is it November? Or is it December?
Well, the thing is, I feel like with Nintendo at least, they are going to give their team the most amount of time that they need to make sure the game is ready. It's not going to require day one or day
Nintendo,
zero.
Hold on. Hang about. This is Nintendo. It is Nintendo, but it's Game Freak. And low key, Game Freak are they're kind of what's the word? They're kind of shady sometimes.
Wishy-washy?
Yeah, I don't really. Sometimes the way they move is a bit funny, man. Also, in terms of battlers, I'm okay. I'm not. I watch a lot of competitive content on YouTube. But I think I'm decent at the game. I'm like, but then again, I'll say I'm decent, and then I'll meet someone like Pastor Salt, and I'll get cooked.
Yeah, but that's again, like I said, that's Premier League level. That's like Shogun Ash past the salt. That's like Goku Vegeta levels up there. Like them man are Super Saiyan.
Yeah, hey, have you seen that clip that's been circulating about online about it's from Naruto when Tsunade's brother went into that building and it blew up?
No, I've not seen this.
That's how I felt playing him. I'm fine. I'm okay.
I'm gonna block you if you lie again.
I bet he's not. No.
No, don't listen.
I know that's right. I know
I'm just decent. This man's.
I know that.
20-inch biceps going. Oh, I'm not even that strong still.
Yeah, I'm not big.
This fake humbleness. I don't like it.
I fully go in knowing I'm gonna get smoked with Ash and Salt. It's a learning experience. That's true, to be honest, because I feel like since I played Salt, I've been cooking a few people. But also I'm kind of like when I play online on Scarlet and Violet, I've not played in a while because I lost my cartridge, but I just ordered another one. But when I play online, I win. I would say I definitely win more matches than I lose.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I'll say I'll probably win about maybe 2/3 of the matches. But then you say that, then that 1/3 I'm getting smoked for that.
Oh yeah.
Jerked.
Okay. So it's like A rank, S rank thing where like
I'm like, but like yes, that's a good comparison.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm trying to think of what other things from the Pokemon Presents were interesting though. Like I'm just excited for ZA. I'm really excited to see what happens with the final Evos, the Mega Evolutions for Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig. I'm gonna be choosing Totodile because I'm a water starter loyalist. But I'm very excited for that game. I'm excited to see what happens. I think it's kind of cool they've only kept it in Lumio Sea. Other stuff. They announced Pokemon Concierge Season 2, which is really exciting.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I will be there. No matter what. I'll be there.
I will be there.
Yeah, no matter what.
That actually sounds like the thing you're most excited about. I'm not gonna lie.
Out of all the announcements, that was the best one by far.
Okay, cool.
Because Pokemon Concierge is just like, I love cute stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? I love things that are cute. I love Pokemon, and I love stop motion. So it's a thing where it's like, I'm just happy to see it exists. The art is so good. Facts. The Pokemon Concierge art is crazy because they use real stop motion. It's not computer generation. It's like,
that's cool.
It feels so tactile. It feels so like, so I love it. Yeah. Stop motion is one of the greatest storytelling mediums to me.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And I also respect Ash saying you winning 2/3 means you're good. So
I would definitely say if it's 6 out of 10, it's 6, not 7 out of 10. It's like a solid. I mean, that's a better way to say it. 6, not 7. Because the 7th
definitely
match,
not 7.
I'm getting cleared up. You know, it's also because I'm very loyal to a certain Pokemon.
I see.
Jade is talking about. Wait, Jade says
Oh,
this show is
concierge.
creepy. No, concierge is not creepy. Concierge is really, really, really cute.
I get what you mean. Also, hey Jade, welcome in. Yeah, get comfy. I get what you mean. Stop motion can be unnerving a little bit because it does remind me a little bit of like Wallace and Gromit, which is kind of freaky. But I think
Oh,
if you
did
can
you
get
hear about
past that,
Aardman collaborating with Pokemon?
no, what?
This is before the presents.
Oh my god!
Also, get that Pikachu out your team. It's not Pikachu that I'm loyal to, but we're gonna get into what I'm loyal to later.
We're
It's
gonna
not
get
Pikachu.
into that.
It's something. It's my favorite Pokemon of all time, but I'm very loyal to that Pokemon, so I can't. That Pokemon is actually part of why I got cooked when I played Salt, but I can't let it go.
That's crazy. That's
You
crazy.
know Dave Blunt. And he's like, I can't put down the cup. That's me with this Pokemon.
That's crazy. 2027. All right. Well, hey, stay alive, everyone.
I'll be there no matter what. No matter what.
Okay, let's get into it because we've alluded to it a lot, and then obviously you came through Pokemon Day Out. It might have been 2022 now I'm thinking about it, but talk to me about your team of 6, your Ash in the world of Pokemon. Who is your ride and die team of 6?
All right, so I've got the list ready. I'm just there. I'm gonna say it out loud. My team is Gudra,
Okay.
Whimsicott,
Okay.
Volcarona.
That name is hard.
In fact, no, sorry, it is Volcarona, Mousehold, Primarina, and my favorite Pokemon of all time, Weavile.
Weavile.
Weavile
okay.
is, you know that if Weavile says jump, I say how high, sir. Yes,
mate.
sir. Weavile, I love Weavile so much. Wait there. I'm still here. I want to show you something.
Man said Weavile's the trainer.
Literally. Oh, Weavile. Oh god, I even hurt my ankle trying to get this thing, but it's all good. It told me to get it. Weavile. I love Whimsicott, but Weavile.
Oh, that is so cool.
I got this from the Pokemon Center.
Oh,
they
right.
went to the Excel Center maybe like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, but I love Weavile so much. Weavile, amazing. Just I love it. This is nothing. There's
Ash says it's Whimsicott. I'm just
Whimsicott is amazing. Whimsicott, but also Whimsicott is a great support Pokemon. In certain situations, I think. But Weavile's just come on, man. Like, look at this thing, bro. Look at it. It is so brilliant. It's like because I always loved Sneasel. Sneasel to me was just like peak.
Yeah.
But then like when I saw it evolved in Gen 4, I was just like, no.
Just no.
It's so good. Like this is just unbelievable. Honestly.
I'm with Hassan here because like obviously Weavile is not a bad Pokemon. I feel like that's not what I'd expect you to say, which is why I was so thrown off.
Weavile's design is brilliant, for one. It's just so cool. The yokai influence in it as well, in terms of like the Kami Itachi, extremely cool. Also, its type combo. I'm not talking from a competitive side. In terms of the cool factor, there is not a type combo that is more cool than Dark and Ice. I'm not talking about the competitive side. I know a close combat is sending this thing to Samsara. That's not what I mean. I mean just like wow, what's the coolest types? The types that are like most just let's have a certain thing about them. But like and Dark and Ice is crazy. Also, I love its cry in game. Also the plushie is too cute because like its claws have like a flexible metal inside, I think. So they're hard. and they
That's
hook.
sick.
Um,
Yeah.
but no, I like Snubble, but I love Weavile. Weavile, come on, bro.
There are
So
some
good.
very cool type combinations, but like Dark Ice is up there, as in like a fuck it, I just want cool. Let's
Yeah.
just go. Like
Dark
doesn't
Ice
need
is
to
just
make sense. Let's go.
old. Dark Ice is like it's like blue and it's like light blue. Like in terms of color, I'm not even talking about Sneasel's color scheme, even though I like Sneasel's color scheme a lot. I'm talking about if you look at what dark and ice are, that is like an M.I.C 95 in like that's black and like light blue together. It's just such a beautiful. It's just two things: the dark and the light coming together. It's just
I get it, yeah. I get what you mean.
I
I get
love
what you
it.
mean.
I love it. I love it. And Chien Pao has kind of proven that combo is kind of can be good situationally in terms of the competitive side of things. But I love Weavile.
People in the chat, let me know what your favorite type combination is.
I see Ghost Poison.
Yep, Ghost Poison. You know what? I hear it. That's up there. That
It's
is
cool.
up there.
It's cool. I think it's in terms of just cool. No, the Weavile Air Max would be nuts.
Oh
If
my
you actually
god.
think about it, I kind of want to low key. I'm gonna while I'm on this call, you know, Nike ID.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a Nike ID Air Max based on Weavile's color scheme because I
You know
think
what?
that
Fair
would be
enough.
so cool just to see what it looks like. Can you put links in this?
Yeah, you can put links in the chat.
All right.
Or you can send it to me in the private chat and I can put it in the comments section if you want. In the
Okay,
live
live.
chat.
Let me. While we're on this call, let me see if I can cook. But what else did you want to ask?
I'm just gonna go over the chat. Dragon Ghost for Hassan, which is very
I
cool.
like Juggapult a lot.
Yeah,
Juggapult is a really.
I believe Ash when he says this. He has committed war crimes with Dragapult. I believe it.
It's because
Believe
the
him.
only thing that bugs me about Juggapult though is like its selection of physical moves is kind of physical ghost moves. It's kind of like it's so cool. It's a really cool Pokemon, and it's interesting. I love the speed of it, and I know in terms of the competitive side of things, it can be crazy. But I kind of just wish because Phantom Force is kind of dead, like as a physical move. Yeah, he is busted, and yeah, I remember in Sword and Shield online, people were cooking me with Dragapult. So it's like,
yeah, I think it was in everyone's team that I can remember playing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Quickly, Hassan's team is 6 Pikachus.
I saw that.
He's getting destroyed by an Onyx.
Wait, but the thing is as well, Iron Tail.
Yeah, you make a good point.
Iron Tail, Volt Tackle, Light Ball. Is Light Ball the one you give to Pikachu? It is, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's the one you give it in terms of the competitive side of things. And then Thunderbolt, it would make sense to give it that as well. And I feel like it could have another good coverage move. And yeah, Surf as well.
Yeah,
It's cooking on it.
As soon as Hassan said that, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ash has confirmed.
It's the light ball. Yeah.
I must have been in my 20s or late teens when I first saw Pikachu, was it a Raichu do Surf? I thought like everything I knew about Pokemon was just destroyed.
Wait.
I don't know this game.
You definitely don't, because that was common knowledge because of Surfing Pikachu.
I did not know. Like,
yeah,
I think playing the games, I just fair enough. Did not play the card. I did not collect the cards seriously at all.
Also, I have a theory about Surf. Pokemon Game Freak give Surf to a certain design. They have a certain design philosophy when it comes to Surf. They give Surf to Pokemon with like kind of like robust body types. Like for example,
oh okay,
Rhydon can learn Surf. Kangaskhan, I'm pretty sure, can learn Surf as well. It's like a certain physique of Pokemon that gets given Surf. Or it was at one point. And I don't know what the thing is, what the thing now is, but at one point it was definitely a certain physique that will be given Pokemon. That will be given Surf.
I can hear that. I can hear that. As in, like, when you're talking about the non-water types, I guess.
Yeah, non-water type specifically.
Yeah.
Because I remember being so confused. I was like, why did they give Surf? I remember being like 9, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna give my my Pokemon, the thickness. I'm gonna give my Rhydon Surf. And then I was like, oh, damn,
this works.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, from your 6 Pokemon, let's get even more fine with it. Let's say you've completed every Pokemon game, like I know you have already, and you decide you want to like retire from being like the 10-year-old and you want to settle down, be a gym leader. A, which is your Pokemon type of choice? And B, what is your Pokemon gym squad?
All right, so basically, I've been working on this answer for years. It's really clear. I'm the North London Wood Green gym leader. The
oh my god,
is dark. It's dark. And I've got the team ready. Again, my ace is Weavile.
Yeah, of course.
It is Grimmsnarl.
Okay.
Incineroar.
Oh wow, you're cooking.
Scrafty.
Oh, I need to look that one up.
Scrafty is
No, but you keep.
Sorry, Scrafty.
Naming your thing.
And then it's Crawdaunt, just for favoritism reasons. I will not put in Greninja because that's too. You can't have that many starters in the gym leader team. That's kind of.
Hey, look, that's a self-imposed rule.
No,
we ain't going by
that's
that. You
crazy. That's crazy. I can't. And then the final member of my team would be one of my old favorite Pokemon, Honchkrow.
Oh yeah.
Also, low key, if we're talking about a dark team, this team's kind of broken because it has like Weavile there as like a sweeper. Like you give Weavile like what's the word? Ice spinner. You give it also it's snow, not hail now, so its defense will go up.
Okay.
Excuse me, or special defense will go up. Give it foul play. You give it low key. One thing I was doing is I'll be giving it the Iron Ball and then giving it Fling as well.
Okay.
Obviously, Weavile is like attack. If I had to be a type specialist, I'm giving it Fling. And the first move, cooking. He's cooking. He's licking people down. Iron Ball, Weavile. You optimize attack with the EV spread. It could do some craziness. Then Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is low key a little bastard, you know. Grimmsnarl is such. I love Grimmsnarl so much, but it's such a because you can give. I think it has Prankster as its ability, and then you give it you can give it like so many utility moves. You actually got so many options there.
Yeah, actually got a nasty Weavile set.
I believe you. That must be, and obviously Incineroar is like one of the greatest Pokemon ever, like in terms of being broken. So I don't even need to explain that. Scrafty is just cool. Also, you need to have fighting on that team because fighting has such a good coverage spread in terms of like dealing with. It's so super effective to get so many types. Crawdaunt, that's just favoritism because I think Crawdaunt is my favorite water dark type. I like it even more than Greninja, to be honest with you. And then Honchkrow, I know Murkrow is technically better. It shouldn't be the case, to be honest. Game Freak just should have. They need to buff Honchkrow, but I love Honchkrow. Honchkrow is just so cool. So yeah, that'll be the thing. The gym would be it will be what in Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Mm.
like the Dark Town.
Yes.
That's what it would be like,
Okay. Yeah,
but it
yeah.
was green. So that the gym is inside of the JD where they had the old sign before that they took down, and then and then you have to go in there and you have to go upstairs, and then like I'm at the top there and I'm like I don't know, I'm just there, I'm just vibing. I got some food in a Turkish place. I'm just eating it up. I'm just scanning that, and I'm like, you dare come into my chamber and interrupt my feeding time with this? Okay, then fine. If you think you can defeat a Dark Trainer, let's see what you've got. And then we get into the music, and it's like a Grime instrumental that's playing, and then
Oh, it has to be Grime, obviously.
yeah. Then I say Weaver to the end, and then I'm like, and then whatever the mechanic is in this new generation, I'm just like, you thought you could and then boom! I just first move, fling, just send out the Iron Ball, just lick off his head, and then we get into the next. And then I'll have to give it some kind of, because in my gym, I'm not gonna. You can't just come there and think it's gonna be an easy match because I've already broken the rules by having 6 Pokemon. So yeah, and then when you beat me, the move you get. If I had to make a move, we're just doing mad fan fiction right now.
Yeah, go for it.
If I had to make a move, it would be like TM215. It'd be called Skullduggery. And the move the move would basically make it so that it would steal the effect of and double the effect of any item that is used in the next turn.
Doubling
Whether
is
it's held
crazy.
or whatever. Yeah, Skullduggery. It makes sense. So it would be like, for example, if I use Skullduggery next turn, the move if you have a if your opponent has leftovers, your Skullduggery will steal the leftovers.
Yeah.
Well, not even it won't steal the item; it will steal the effect.
The effect.
It will double it. Yeah.
Is that for one turn though, or like?
Well, you could just for one turn. So whatever the effect is that turn, you'll take it.
Yeah. Because that's kind of crazy.
That'll be my TM.
I was so close to kicking you off the screen when you said Skullduggery, yeah? Man said Skullduggery would be the move he gives.
100%.
Yo, man said eating Turkish food.
Yeah, it could have been worse. I could have said it's criminality is the move.
Yeah.
But it's Skullduggery. Skullduggery fits as well. That's such a Pokemon name for a move.
It actually works. It can be the name of a future Pokemon. I can see it, you know.
Yeah, and in that way, it will be kind of an interesting move in terms of the competitive, because if you use Skullduggery, you could even make a read there as an opponent, and you could have an item that is there. Because I didn't say that the effect it takes in doubles. I don't know how you would even quantify doubling, but let's say if it stole the effect of like a poison ball. What's the toxic orb?
Yeah.
Or maybe it takes it and then you get badly poisoned by the toxic orb. Or something like that. You just get interested into you get
no, that could still work.
Yeah. But that might be a bit what's the word? I don't know if that works exactly.
I think that could work. Man turned Jacking into a Pokemon move. We already have Thief and Covet, but now it's even more south of the river.
But
look, I'm here for it. I think it works. You weren't kidding when you said you really thought about it. You had everything
I've been
lined
thinking
up
for so long. I would love to be the Dark type gym leader. I really would.
How did he said Buddy bulk up?
No, the real crime, what we really need is like a Pokemon move that it's like a Dark type move, but it actually represents true evil of this world. And then it would be like Caucasian Claw. Caucasoid Claw. And then like it's overpowered. But it's like one move, it's got 1 PP, but it will just clear your whole team because of just that.
But the whole team.
That's the kind of wickedness to run. But anyway, let me is there anything we should speak about before I get off this pod and I get Streamcast taken off of YouTube or whatever?
Hey, I had one more question, but it might actually be better.
Yes.
I'll say it. We got another 10-ish minutes. In terms of your wish list for the future of Pokemon, and this is your personal one. In terms of games, movies, TV shows, anything, what would you like to see from the Pokemon franchise?
All right, so I'll say 3 things. That'll just be good to cap it off. I would like to see them adapt the Pokemon Adventures manga into anime.
Great shout.
With a studio like Studio Wit or Studio Bones.
Yeah, I do it. I give it Bones.
Yeah. Nah, low key, Wit could cook though. Wit could cook because didn't Wit do the first season of Vinland Saga? Also, have you seen that new the anime that's dropping? That's it's made by the guy that made Detective Conan.
No, I've not seen that.
And so we are animating it, and it looks amazing.
Oh, okay.
It looks so good.
Sick.
It looks really, really good, to be honest. So there's that, and then but Pokemon Adventures, like I've only ever dipped my toes in Pokemon Adventures, but every time I see it, I'm like, this is some cool stuff, man. But Game Freak are kind of cowardly, so I kind of imagine them just like being no. But I would love to see it one day. That's what I would love to see, as an anime fan and a Pokemon stan. Like, yeah. Okay, so there's that, and then number 2, I would love to see. I'd love to see them bring back the day and night system, the true day and night system, not this stupidness that they're doing, where you have like 1 hour in a day or whatever. I don't even know what it is, but what it was like in X and Y, Gold and Silver, Sun and Moon, where it's a clock, a 24-hour clock.
Yeah. So like you had to actually play at night time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would they take that out? It's so stupid. That is so good for the immersion of the world. That's like that. Honestly, that's my big. That's probably my number 1 thing I want to bring back.
Okay.
Number 1.
I hear it.
Above the Adventures adaptation.
Day and night. I hear it.
Because that was so fun. That was like, I remember like finding out about the day and also days in the week as well. Oh, how can I forget? I think that's the same answer. That's all linked to the same thing.
So like just real time.
It's just real time. Just the day and night system, seasons.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like what it was in Black and White, to be honest. And then the third thing, I would love to see. I would love to see them. This is kind of like a thing where I don't know whether I could even. This might happen.
So you should say it so you can come off as clairvoyant.
I don't want them to ever release a Pokemon game ever again where the starters are monotype.
As in like their final evolution, or
it's monotype.
Okay.
I hate when they do it. It genuinely. This sounds so petty. It genuinely ruins the game for me when they do that. Well, the first few games is forgivable because it's like Gens 1 to 3, fine. But in Gen 4, when they gave us Empoleon, they gave us Torterra, and they gave us Infernape. What a combo! So Water Steel, Grass Ground, Firefighting before it got overly rinsed, and then Gen 5, they're all monotype aside from Emboar. Dead. Gen 6, they understood that we don't want that, so they gave us amazing type combos again. They gave us Chestnut, Grass Fighting, really cool. They gave us Delphox, Fire Psychic, amazing.
That's a mad combo.
They gave us Greninja, Water Dark, truly inspired. Then it goes to Gen 7. They're on a roll. They do it again. They're going 2 for 2. So they're saying Primarina, my favorite starter Pokemon now of all time. They gave them Water Fairy, clear. To me, clear. Decidueye, Grass Ghost, nuts.
Yeah.
Incineroar, Fire Dark, Gala. Why would they make it monotype again? It's so dumb. You know, genuinely, if they had done it in Paldea, I would have never picked up a Pokemon game ever again. Swear on my life.
That's crazy.
I would have been like, no, I'm done. I'm done. Because there's so many cool combos that can come. Also, starter Pokemon should be representative of them trying new stuff. I don't want to.
I hear that.
I don't want to ever see a Pokemon game where they just give them single types and that's it. You think that's normal? You think you can just show us this and then you can bring? Come on, man. Come on my face with that nonsense. You better just give me more like next gen. I'm not even talking about ZA. Next gen, I want to see stuff like Fire Fairy. I want to see
That'd be cool.
I want to see like Grass Ice or like Grass. I don't know, like Water Poison or like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't. This, you know what it feels like when they do monotype now in this day and age. It feels like stinginess.
I hear it.
It feels like it's like you showed us what it could be, but then you're like, you know what? Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Forget about that. Oh, you saw your Christmas present. In fact, don't worry. I'm getting you some biscuits instead of the PS5. Come on, man.
Well, I'm giving you a PS3 taped to a PS2. Yeah, there you go.
Come on. You put that together. That's the PS5.
Yeah. Ash agrees. Fire Fairy would be so busted.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see
Fire Fairy
some like more interesting combos. Like I don't know. Like imagine a starter that's like. I'm just trying to think like. That's like grass. I'm trying to think what combos have they not done. It can make it.
Have they done Grass Dragon?
No. Well, Sceptile technically has the Mega Evolution.
But like, but not like
But like Grass Electric, and it has like a stinging motif. Then you could do like water.
That would be interesting. I'd
then
like
you could
that.
do like Fire Steel, and then you could do like water. I don't know. I wouldn't even mind Water Ground again. Truly, I wouldn't. As long as they're making as long as like it's like an interesting trio of types. I think I'll be curious to see it, but never again monotypes. Never.
I like how you said, "Oh, this is really petty," but like when you were reasoning it, it was quite logical actually. And you were saying stinginess. I think it's a lack of creativity personally, but
I think it's so creatively bankrupt. It sounds like a small thing, but it's like it's rubbish.
It sounds like it, but it's not. Because it's like the starters are going to be the Pokemon that stay with your journey for the longest time anyway, so you're going to spend the most time around them. And if it's just one type, it's boring.
Yes. And even a lot of people aren't really feeling the Paldea starters. I actually really like the Paldea starters, partly because they have really interesting type combinations and type interactions. So there's water fighting, fire ghost, grass dark. I can't ask for anything more. That's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, you got a mix of body types as well. You got a mix of abilities. I'm a Quackable user, so I'm never gonna. I love Quackable, but yeah, I think that they did a cool job with that personally. You know,
amazing.
And it didn't feel like they were like wasting our time. If I could, sorry, I'm trying to think because I went into that for so long. If I can have like one more honorable mention, something I would like to see in the next
go for it.
Thing. This is kind of like it's an honorable mention because one, I don't know whether this is even gonna happen. Yeah, this might not happen. I'm talking about with the new Smash game. If it does come out, it might not come out because I feel like it didn't. What's his name? Sakurai say he's kind of done.
Yeah.
But people are like, oh, there's gonna be a new Smash game, but I'm like, yeah, well, maybe not. But I will say this: if there is another Smash game, I would personally like to see an interesting mix, some new Pokemon characters, but like ones you wouldn't expect.
Yeah,
Like
I get that.
definitely a starter would be cool. Not a fire type. It needs to be a grass type. But as well, another one, just something interesting. Like I've seen some people say toxicity. That would be a really cool
That would be cool. I'd like to see
character.
how that works. Yeah,
I would love to see how that works personally.
I can't lie. I would love to see another Pokemon fighting game. Whether they do it like completely smashed out or a
Yo,
bit more like Pokken, I would.
yeah, I would like
I'd
to see it, man.
like considering all the new gens that we've got now, and all the
Yes,
typings and all the
yes.
movesets you could come up with, I think that would really cook.
I think
I
that's
think
slap.
I'd like to see that more than a new Smash, personally.
You know what? You know what? I would actually not mind if they brought Smash back for the Switch 2, but they did it where it was like you know how like you know when they released the Switch, they put Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart
Oh
8
yeah,
Deluxe on Switch.
yeah,
They
Mm.
should do it for Smash, and it should be Smash Ultimate Deluxe or something like that. And then from the beginning, all the DLC is just unlocked, and then you put a couple of new characters, a couple of new levels, but like ultimate, and then maybe a few more interesting modes like Smash Run from Smash 4 should be back in there. But then yeah, I think that's what they should do. So they're making a whole new game. Just give us Ultimate again, but like the full version, the full deluxe, where you don't have to pay for DLC. You pay £60 for the game, whatever the price will be, and then you've got every single character, you've got every single thing, plus a bit more. That would be cool. I wouldn't complain with that personally. Maybe some balance patches every now and then maybe near the end of the game's life, you say we're gonna bring in some brand new DLC, where we'll say whatever the Pokemon generation is, maybe it's like Gen 10 by that point. They bring in the starter, it's the grass type. Because how have you had? So you've had Squirtle for Greninja,
yeah.
you've had Ivysaur by itself, you've had Charizard, Incineroar. It's not
Yeah.
balanced.
Grass
better,
doesn't get a lot of love.
and I'm not even a grass lover like that. I'm a water type person, but you better stop. The asymmetry is too much. You need to bring in. You better get my guys in there from the field. You better get them tree niggas in there right now, or else I'm gonna lose my rank. You better.
I feel like you could get a Decidueye in there. I think you could cook in the
I
fighting
would
game.
personally like to see a character like, yeah, maybe the Decidueye, maybe, but I think more than just the Decidueye. I think they should get like I think they should get a thing in there. They should get Hisuian Decidueye
Okay.
because it's grass fighting. I know we have a fighting type in the form of Lucario anyway, but and maybe it can have a couple of range moves. Also, why do people hate grass, man? I'm saying, man, I'm trying to say Whimsicott and Smash. I wouldn't say Whimsicott, but I wouldn't mind Whimsicott as like a Pokeball. But then listen.
He's trying to sneak these grass types in.
Do
We got
people
him,
genuinely,
officer.
do people genuinely hate grass?
Hey, look,
I like grass.
look. What do you expect when people just use touch grass as the number one insult? There's gonna be some backlash there, you know.
The only type I don't like is normal, but I love every Pokemon type. In fact, maybe Rock I don't like, but I don't know what informs that feeling. It kind of Rock. Wait, what did he do? What do you know? I was saying. Did you know? Did you know I was gonna say that I don't like normal types? And I hate grass when fire exists. Yeah, I don't like. Listen.
Hey,
crying. I'm dead. A white
these
type.
IC1 Pokemon.
But listen, grass clots water, but water is you need to have grass there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be a bit more. Like they could have put Rillaboom in there, or even they could have even mixed it up like the way they did with Pokken. and they could have put in the middle stage evolutions as solo characters. Like you could have put Thwacky in there, or you could have put I don't know, like just something. I just feel like they just so random that they just didn't include. But in Ultimate, they didn't include whatever. That should have been the first thing on their mind to get Galar Pokemon in.
I feel like they should adopt a Tenkaichi roster type of feel where they had like all the transformations, but could also pick which one you started out as. So you could start as the middle evolution, and then you could transform mid fight. I think that would work because you get the best of both worlds. But
you know, I watched a really interesting video last week. I only finished it yesterday because it was 5 hours long. It was a video about every single Pokemon, and it's and how much sense it makes to be a Smash character. Every single Pokemon, and the guy put them into a tier list. Every Pokemon you could imagine.
I have some people who'd love to see that video. So yeah, let me know when.
Let me link it in here while we're here. But honestly, that video was super interesting, and I agreed with a lot of the stuff the guy had to say. To be honest, and he had me thinking, yeah, actually,
they should that video now.
Also, have any of you lot played Pokemon Close Combat?
No, but that sounds familiar.
It's that fan game. It's like a Pokemon fighting game.
Okay. While you're getting that link, I'm going to put a link to our second YouTube channel because in about 30 minutes, I'm going to go live playing Cuphead on the PS4.
Cold.
M.I.C, thank you so much for being an amazing guest.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for asking me. I love to talk about Pokemon so much, as you can probably tell. I have a lot of Pokemon opinions. You know, I just love Pokemon. I love games. I talk about. If you ever want to get me on to talk about, like, I don't know, like we're talking about game specific stuff. If you ever want to get me to talk about Kirby, I could literally talk about Kirby for this long.
Oh mate, your Kirby case was sick as well. Like that was sick.
I love.
Get you on.
Wait. Let me take a look. Join the chat. I don't know how I'm gonna. Let me send it to you.
Yeah. Send it in private chat, and I'll do that.
Yeah. So this is that Pokemon tier list video because that was really interesting. And it was. I was watching it for days because I couldn't watch it all in one day. So I had like split up. I was watching it like an hour a day for like 5 days.
That's dope. I respect that.
It was really interesting.
The link is in the chat. Thank you so much, Hassan. Guess M.I.C. As we wrap up, please shout out all your stuff and tell us about Dr. Yakub's lab and how we can support that.
Oh yeah. So basically, I'm trying to drop the CDs on Bandcamp this Friday. I made the art for the cover. So this is the cover art. It's basically a diss track EP.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, diss track EP. Every track, there's 5 tracks on there. I'm just finishing one guy for 5 tracks. I don't even want to say his name in there. One person for 5 tracks. I made this whole cover, the front and back, just to disrespect someone. Because low key disrespect is a missed. It's missed. You know, it's missed. I'm getting on my soapbox to talk. When people, sometimes when people violate you or people take the mic, you just have to get them back. So I had to make this whole EP just to finish one guy off. And obviously I'm dead ass. It's not comedy. It's not fake. You know, some grand beef is like where people have like, they have stuff happening behind the scenes. This isn't Lord of the Mics. I just said this one guy needs to finish him off. If you listen to the music, you'll figure out who the person is. But I had to finish him. And I did finish him. And it's been 2 months. He's not responded, even though he said he would. I wouldn't respond either if I had someone clotted me for 5 tracks. You know, the last track on that EP is 20 minutes of me talking.
That's
on one instrumental. So listen, support the music. Dr. Yakub's Laboratory out on all platforms. I checked on Grime Reddit. It's not Grime Reddit, sorry. I checked on Rate Your Music. I think it's like the highest rated Grime release of the year so far, which is cool.
Sick. Congrats, bro.
And it's the highest. Thank you. And it's the highest. It's like the top, maybe 11th or like 12th highest Grime project of the 2020 so far on there.
Of the 20s?
Yeah.
Wow.
So of the last 5 years. So listen,
that's dope.
This is
Ooh, can you send me a link? Can you send me a link to that, and I'll put it in the
yes,
chat as well.
yes. It's if you go onto my Twitter, it's even there. But let me just find it on there. But yeah, Dr. Yakub's Laboratory out now. It's all produced by Nami Wams and Majima as well. I've got new music
Amazing.
coming out very soon. I'm trying to get something out within the next 2 months, maybe.
Let's do it.
Because I'm trying to release something for every quarter of the year. I'm moving
I respect it.
like a business. You know what I'm saying?
I would say it is a business.
Yeah, so it's like every single excuse me, Real Hate is back. Real Hate is back. And I brought it back. Just so for context, I released the War Dub, the first track. I released it on Christmas Day.
That's insane.
So while this chump was eating his turkey, and he was getting waved, whatever. I just had this thing just drop on his clock. So he said he was gonna reply, but he's not replied. It's now March. He said he's gonna reply in February or January. He's not replied. So yeah. Dr. Yaka's Laboratory out now. Music is music. You don't need to even have the context of the beef to enjoy it. But yeah.
I have so much respect for this.
Thank you.
It is true what you were saying. Like, hate is gone from the game, and we really need just two guys that hate each other. Like Kendrick and Drake are bringing that back to like a mainstream level.
I literally listen. I remember when all that dropped, when all those. That's what had me thinking, because basically this guy tried to violate me in January, and then last year, and then I was like, it was bothering me. And then when Kendrick was just licking off Drake's head top, I was like, you know what? I want to do the same. So I started trolling him and antagonizing him. He didn't say anything, and then I waited. I wanted to release it on Armistice Day on November 11th, but it didn't work out. So I was like, Christmas Day is even better. So we put that on there. Also, if you want to link me in real life, I've got a CD for you because you got me on this podcast. I'll just give one to you, yeah?
Hey, love that.
So just message me. Tell me where you're based. If I'm local, I'll come and drop it off to you. Or if you're like, we'll work it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. But I'll got one for you. That's what I'm trying to just give. I'm trying to, because also it's nice to recoup the cost for stuff, but also at the same time, I don't care about money. I care about music, and it was nice just to be able to release this thing and to be able to lick off this guy's head top. But yeah, it's been 2 months, 3 months, however, he's not said anything. So now I'm on to better and bigger things music wise.
Amen to that.
Also, he's not a brother. He's not a brother. Just so you're aware.
You see, I was trying to piece some things together with your design.
I would never make a War Dub EP for a black person or someone from the global south. I would not even do it for a lot of people. I did it specifically because he's racist. That's why this thing exists, because he's a racist person. So I had to do it. So he's not. Don't give any moment of silence. If you want to give silence, I'll take your silence away. I'll just throw it. I'll take it to the skip. Just dash it in there. But yeah.
I'm just so sorry. When you started saying like your link, man, I thought you were like talking about the brother.
No. It's not a brother. He's not my brother. He's not my brother. I don't know whose brother. That's not my brother. Yeah. But yeah. The music is it's just prime grime music. It's prime. It's like, even aside from the diss tracks, it's just like it's where grime should be. It's where grime. It's not like it's not this. I don't know. It's got
sanitized.
Yeah, like it's dense. It's well thought out. It's perfectly produced. It goes off in the club. It's fun. It's got more quotables than like flipping a Lil B song. Low key, and that's big credits I'm giving myself, but it's serious. So yeah, get into it. Dr. Yakub's Laboratory out now everywhere: Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Tidal, wherever. But yeah, that's me. M.I.C. Big up Streamcast for getting me on.
Of course, anytime.
I'm serious as well. Dead ass. Send me the message, and then I'll see if I can get one to you.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah.
Even if I have
I'll
to
hit you up.
post it, I'll post it. But ideally, I'll like to put it into your hand.
Yeah. It'll be nice to do that in person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Whether you're watching this live or watching the replay of this very entertaining episode, make sure you give us a thumbs up. That helps us out greatly. Subscribe.
Don't be childish.
Subscribe.
It costs nothing. Subscribe, like it. Why wouldn't you like it? Share it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't watch the whole thing, just share it. Like, it makes sense. You would.
Yeah.
You share less. You share for all these other people, these huge platforms that are funded by Zionists or whatever. Why would you not just share it? Why would you not just give some love to someone from End, a black person, some cool people doing cool stuff? I'll be honest with you. I've got you as well. I've known about Streamcast for a long time, even before we interacted, because I was like, this is like the coolest thing. Like, it's like black people talking about games, talking about anime, manga. Like, this is the coolest thing, bro. So big up you guys for doing this.
Oh, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Genuinely.
I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Leave a comment because that helps us out a lot as well. Discoverability. And we will make sure that is available wherever you get your podcast, whether that's Spotify, Apple, Amazon. Yep. You will be able to enjoy this. You can watch it on Spotify. You can listen to it on Apple and everywhere else.
I'm really excited to see it on Spotify as well because I'm going to be having it in my headphones. Yeah. Sorry about the audio quality because I've just got these brought down headphones, but still.
It's all good. It is. Ash saying you can see why you picked the dark type.
Yeah, I can see it too. I relate to the mischief. You know that move, beat up. Dark pulse. When I use that, I get stabbed. Dead ass. So same attack type bonus on them.
Thank you. All for the energy, Shogun Ash, Hassan. Oh my God, where have you gone? Jade?
I'm sure Jade's still there.
Is Jade? Jade's still here, right?
Thank you for coming.
Yes, it is Jade. Yes, thank you.
I'm asking too many questions, but I'm just curious.
It's all good. It's all good. I've got the comment section up here. We will also be on Twitch. We're on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Twitch.tv/StreamcastTV. All of our links are in the description of our YouTube section, so you can find us. Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and our website as well. We've got a ton of amazing events and online and offline stuff to just share with the community. We just want to make a safe space for cool people, non-white people, not excluding white people, but I don't like to use people of color, but that's what I'm trying to say. A space for us, you know?
Yep.
And with all that in mind, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe. We'll see you on the next Streamcast.
Make sure you're locked in, otherwise I'm coming to your house.